Does the person you are with encourage you to read? You have to ask, what does he bring for me? Roses or books? If someone has a stake in making you better, that person will push you towards books. Books are what we all need.
Greetings, sir. When we talk to people on behalf of plant-based society, generally encounter questions like people get confused and get defensive between veganism and vegetarianism. How do we help them make the connection without being feel forced?
No, it's simple. You can start from anywhere. You may simply say you are a vegetarian, but you are not a vegan. So you take milk, right?
Yes, sir.
So you take milk, right? What are these shoes you are wearing? What are these shoes you are wearing? Is that leather? Is that leather? Is that leather?
Yes.
No. I'm not asking. I'm demonstrating. So that's probably leather. Do you see the relation between the glass of milk in your hand and the leather on your feet? Basic question. You can ask with a wry kind of smile. You need not offend somebody. It's a thing of general knowledge, no? We should be reasonably informed citizens. Do you see where that leather comes from? That leather comes from the same cattle that was exploited to give you milk as long as it could. And when it couldn't, then its flesh was extracted and probably exported. And the leather came to you in the form of your shoes and your waist belts and what else? The wallet in your pocket and many other things. Do you see that that milk is the leather? Do you see that the milk is the flesh? Do you see that the milk is not natural? Do you see that the animal is forcibly impregnated? And that's worse than rape. That's worse than rape, actually. The female mammal reminds you of your own species. The female mammal is being artificially impregnated several times over the course of her life so that you can have that kheer, that milk or whatever. And then, the female calf is of some use. So she might probably be retained. But the male calf is of zero use. Zero. What's the point in feeding it? Nobody feeds the male calf. You know where the male calf goes. And the leather from the male calf is extraordinarily soft and therefore quite expensive. It gets sold at a premium. Do you see all this? No, just asking. No, you can continue sipping the milk, yes. Just asking. And these are questions of general knowledge, right? I mean, if you sit for the UPSC exams, one of these questions might actually be asked there. So it's not something personal or controversial. I'm asking you something that you should anyway be aware of as a responsible citizen. India has a great meat export economy, and India has a great leather industry. So much so that some of the IITs offer BTech programs in leather technology. That's unheard of in most of the other universities. Where is that coming from? That's coming from that glass probably. No, you may continue sipping it. B-Tech leather technology. That's very closely linked to B-Tech dairy technology. And when you say you are vegetarian, kindly tell me the tree you are getting your milk from. Coconut? Banana? Some magical banana? You squeeze it and you get banana milk? Where are you coming from? Which island? Which planet of the solar system that you think that milk is vegetarian? Or if the fellow has some concern towards the ecological disaster we are going through, ask him, do you understand where does climate change come from? Do you understand that that glass of milk has everything to do with climate change? Do you understand where does the depletion of forest cover come from? Do you understand that the cow or the buffalo is a huge animal? And to get to that size, she requires a tremendous amount of feed. Where does that feed come from? That feed comes from clearing away of jungles. You clear the jungle so that you can cultivate grains. 80% of those grains go to animals of slaughter. If human beings today are producing 100 units of produce, 75 to 80% of that is for the animals that would be slaughtered. And it's not just about the produce, it is about the fields the produce comes from. The fields come at the cost of jungles. And when jungles are lost, a number of species are just collateral damage. You do not even kill them, they just disappear because of loss of habitat. You think you are just clearing away the trees. No, you have cleared away so many species. They are gone forever, never to return. No, why do you want to keep away that glass? Finish it off. But nobody tells this to you. Because the flesh industry, the milk industry, the leather industry, and there are so many other things that you derive from the animal's body. All those industries are interlinked and they are huge. You could add several more O's to the sound I just made. Huge, never to stop, infinitely huge. It is money power that is preventing that knowledge from coming to you. It is money power that is preventing from your textbooks from carrying that knowledge. Otherwise, in any civilized society, these facts should have been parts of textbooks, class 8th onwards. These are basic things that any child deserves to know. But governments across the world hide these facts. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So no offense. Just facts. Just facts.
Thank you.
Namaste, Acharya ji. My question is from the previous Bhagavad Gita session. Somebody asked a question on veganism. I mean, it was not directly on veganism, but one thing led to another, and there was a certain part where you talked about veganism. So you said that as a human, we are tend to commit violence because of our bodily compulsion. You said it is called in Hindi sharirik vivashta. So, I mean, how and where we can draw a line to make sure that the violence that we are committing is our bodily compulsion and
You
not.
don't draw a line. Just keep challenging the line. You don't need to draw a line. The body is anyway always drawing the line as per its own agenda. Your job is to challenge the line. You don't need to draw the line. That task belongs to the body. The body keeps drawing a line, and what do? You keep pushing the line, pushing the line. The body is saying, you can have that glass of milk. And you push. You say, all right, after 2 hours. After 2 hours, the body again says, why not have it? And again you push. The line comes from the body. Your job is to struggle, strive. That's what you're here for. To struggle against yourself. Never to draw any line. And you have to go till the point where all the lines get obliterated.
So I think it depends on the individual. It's not.
It depends on where the line currently is. And at no place can you say that you don't need to push anymore. You just need to keep getting better and better. You have to keep pushing continuously, irrespective of where you are. Because the body will be there till the last breath, no? So the body will keep throwing some line at you. Your job is to again and again challenge it.
Last year, we had a session with YV Care on ahimsa, and there was a lady. She was an activist, and she asked a question with you that they rescue animals, and some of those animals are habitual of eating meat, and in order to make them survive, they have no choice but to feed them meat. So you said that it's wrong because you are saving one animal and you are killing another one just to make that particular animal live, and so that's wrong. And you also said that, and that line stuck with me. You said that we have to apply the same rule on us, even to survive or ourselves. If something happens, suppose we are in a hospital, and in order to survive we have to maybe consume a chicken soup or something, then we have to let it go.
See, first of all, don't get into situations where you have to pet animals that require flesh for their life. And if you do that, then happily there are vegan alternatives to all that. Cats and dogs all have packaged vegan diets available. I hope you are not domesticating wolves or cheetahs. That's the flavor of the season. So as far as cats and dogs go, there are vegan diets available. See, ultimately you want to give them the nourishment that they need, right? That nourishment comes in the form of a chemical. What are vitamins and proteins and all these things? They are just chemicals, right? All chemicals can be factory produced. So you give that nourishment, fine. It's just a chemical, right? Be it B12, be it anything, it's a molecule. You produce that molecule in a factory and take it. You're producing so many things in a factory. For saving, you're producing everything in a factory. Now for saving lives, why can't you produce B12 in a factory or taurine in a factory? Taurine is the chemical that you require for the health of cat's neural systems. That can be produced. But it's super gross to say, I now have a wolf, therefore I am feeding it rabbits. Nope. Or I have a python. Why the hell are you keeping that python? Release it. That belongs to the jungle. And the python can happily survive in the jungle. The rabbit cannot. Once the rabbit has been with you, even for let's say 6 or 8 months, now it cannot survive in the jungle. There is no need, in fact, even to domesticate rabbits, frankly. No need. Unless you are rescuing them from somewhere or something. In fact, all kinds of domestication should be strictly limited only to the rescued animals. And even those animals, when they can be on their own, they should be released into the wild. Because they are not made to live with you. You think you are taking care of them. For them, it might be another matter altogether. They don't want to look at your face. You are fond of them. They want to be in their own habitat.